What is going on, everyone? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer. Yes, I've changed my name again. We've gone back to the original. It just turns out that I actually really was attached to my old name and it didn't feel right having it as Lone Gaming. But long story short, I'm still trying to do different content. I'm still covering Fallout content, trying to cover a lot more Bethesda games, hence the talks about Doom and Elder Scrolls recently. So I hope you guys are still enjoying my content. I hate that my channel's growth has really stagnated recently, but thank you for sticking around and I really do appreciate it. So today we have another update available video where we talk about the biggest and best things happening in the gaming industry. And we have another 3 news topics to talk about today, so please put your thoughts in the comments below as to each of the topics that I discuss in this video. The first of which is about Doom and its new multiplayer trailer, which has come out in the past 2 days or 1 day, I believe, time zones again. And the closed beta date has actually been released. Now bear in mind that this is going to be a closed beta, so hopefully, one of you get the chance to actually experience the closed beta. I'm going to be leaving the Bethesda.net article in the description below, so you can check it out and hopefully you'll get your chance to play this game early. But I really want to talk about the multiplayer trailer, which you'll be seeing in the background right now, and it looks absolutely badass. It's so gory. You're killing demons, these big demons that spawn out of nowhere. It's really giving me Unreal Tournament flashbacks with the whole ultra kill, multi-kill just aspect to it whenever you're killing someone. It looks like an absolute riot, like an absolute blast, a game that you'd really want to be playing with friends, and you could stay up to all hours in the morning just playing and enjoying. And I'm really going to be enjoying playing this because I really want to get back into multiplayer games. Now, with my age, getting a bit older now, I'm 24, I might not be as good at multiplayer games as I once was. My reflexes might be a bit slower, my reaction time a bit slower, but this game looks like it's going to be absolutely awesome and epic. Hopefully I get to play it with the boys, the Ham Radio crew, and we just have a lot of good times with it. So let me know what you think about the Doom multiplayer trailer. This game is shaping up to be really, really good. And I just want to cover off quickly before I jump to the next topic. The way to be eligible for the Doom closed beta is through purchasing Wolfenstein: The New Order. And the closed beta will be running from March 31st to April 3rd. And they put the eligibility requirements on the Wolfenstein website. So again, the Bethesda.net article is in their description below. Check it out and hopefully one of you get it. The next topic is talking about Bethesda in general and how they are, firstly, hiring for bleeding edge of RPG development, and also told how it has come out to confirm what he meant by saying that Bethesda Game Studios is working on 3 projects at once. So the positions that Bethesda are hiring for include 4 positions related to engine, gameplay, and 2 graphics programmers, and again all of these are for the bleeding edge RPG. So it seems obvious that Bethesda, while they are working on new things, it seems they've got the Montreal studio that by my understanding is really working on multiplayer games. I'm not too sure about that, but it seems like Bethesda are sticking with what they know, and that's RPG games, and that's great. Hopefully there are some lessons learned from Fallout 4. Presumably, I'm going to say right now, they're probably going to be working on Elder Scrolls 6. I think that's relatively uncontroversial. They've been working on Fallout 4 for many years now, and I think it's time to move on for at least some of the studio. We know that they're still working on Fallout 4 DLC, but as we know, the way this works is that given the main game is done, some people are going to really start thinking about Elder Scrolls 6 and what they're going to do with that, and then you'll have some of the studio that's working on Fallout 4 DLC and all of the expansions. And if you actually check the Games Radar article in the description below, they talk about how on the LinkedIn websites of the lead producer for Fallout 4, Jeff Gardiner, it says that he's working, or he's lead producer on an unannounced project, and David Schreiber is also working on an unannounced future project, and he was the sound designer for Skyrim. So does this say that they're working on Elder Scrolls 6? No, but it's just an assumption that we can obviously make. I think we know what Bethesda Game Studios' niche is now, or niche, however you say that. But in terms of what they're actually doing now, so you know that Todd Howard recently came out to say, we're working on 3 different things, and this is something that we haven't done, because typically what BGS did was work on a Fallout game and Skyrim game, or Elder Scrolls game simultaneously. So once they really wrapped up on a particular game, they would would move on to the next, but there was a lot of, blurry lines in between when they started and officially ended on each project. There's a lot of overlap there. But now Todd Howard has actually came out to say that he regrets the statement that he made about how BGS is working on 3 longer term projects. There's another Games Radar article I'll link in the description below where Todd Howard says, "I should have never said a number because we have so many different things. You could add it up in different ways. You could say it's bigger or smaller. I think the larger point was no one should expect to hear about those games anytime soon. We always overlap projects, which is what I said before. We just have more going on now than we had before. And I'm sure a large aspect of that is again having a new studio in Montreal that's able to supplement BGS, and they can do their own thing and work in tandem with BGS on other projects. So it seems at the very least what we can glean from this is that Bethesda is moving away from the traditional model of just working on predominantly 2 projects. It might not be 3 necessarily, but it's at least something bigger than 2. And I could very well see them again keeping with that mobile aspect, because Fallout Shelter did really well, and mobile games, while it's a very oversaturated market, is still a very large market, and very, very low investment but high return potentially if you do it effectively. So I'm assuming that Bethesda is going in that direction, but again, they are hiring for bleeding edge development of RPGs, so they're going to be sticking to what they know and what they've done in so many years. And I'm assuming personally, this is not based off any evidence or whatever, but I'm assuming that that's going to be Elder Scrolls 6. Of course, they're still working on Fallout 4, which could be considered as part of their ongoing projects as well. So who really knows, but at least Todd Howard has come out to say, we're doing things different, and different is good. I hope we see new IPs from BGS, because as much as people love, Elder Scrolls, and much as people love Fallout, it would be nice to see something new from them. It doesn't have to be a big project. It could be an indie-sized project, if you will. But we'll see. It looks exciting. And the last news topic is talking about Fallout 5 and how there has been rumors about its pre-production being confirmed by the voice actor for Deacon. Now, for this topic, I'm actually going to refer to Mr. Matty Plays' video. He just did an excellent video describing why this rumor was simply that, a rumor, and wasn't confirmed or 100% true or anything like that. I will link Matty's video in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. But effectively what it was is people alleging that the voice actor for Deacon said on Instagram that Fallout 5 was in pre-production and things are really ramping up, something along those lines. But Matty in his video goes on to say that, look, why would a voice actor know about the pre-production for Fallout 5? It makes no sense. I've constantly harped on about, in many podcasts and many videos of mine in the past, where I've said voice actors are typically brought in very late in the process. And especially with the risk of leaks getting out and rumors being thrown around, why would Bethesda take that risk of letting know a voice actor that he'll be in the next game, Fallout 5, and pre-production is starting right now? It is definitely a bit of a far stretch, and Matty goes into it in great detail. Of course, we're Fallout fans, and this is what we like to do. We like to speculate and talk about rumors and spread speculation. I've done that in the past. I'm not going to lie about it. I've got an entire YouTube channel dedicated around that. But at least for this one, we can safely say, look, it was all a big misunderstanding. As far as we all know, look, Fallout 5 probably is in pre-production. We know that the pre-production for Fallout 4 started when Fallout 3 pretty much finished, and now we're at the same time with Fallout 4 to Fallout 5. So it's not a big or, unrealistic thing to say that Fallout 5 pre-production has begun. But is it confirmed because of what the voice actor said? No, it's just common sense. What he said was a misunderstanding, because there's no way a voice actor would know about that officially at this very, very early stage. So anyways, Wastelanders, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am really sorry about the whole name change stuff. It's been such a stupid thing that's been on my mind for about a week. But again, I hope you guys stick around, because I really, really am trying, guys. I've got a full-time job, trying to maintain a long-distance relationship, trying to see my family, constantly making trips back home, which take hours upon hours to do so all the time. And I'm traveling for work and all of these things. So when I do have the time to make content, it can sometimes be very rushed, but I want to get content out there and I'm trying different things. So I hope you guys can stick around with me. I'm currently working on a secret project, which, while the first one or maybe the first couple will be Fallout related, this is a kind of project that can be applied and extrapolated to Elder Scrolls and Witcher and all of that. Any game that can be modded, essentially. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself. And as always, keep fighting the good fight. I miss saying that.